Welcome to our Day 3 multi-day hiking in the spectacular rainforests on the Sunshine Coast Hinterland Great Walk in Queensland, Australia. Today we hike from Flaxton Walkers Camp in a magical fungi, pademelon and bird-filled rainforest. We pause for a longer break at Baxter Creek Falls and later arrive at Ubajee Walkers Camp. When it's your turn to visit, make sure you check out the views from the happy hour lookout. This is my favourite campground on the Sunshine Coast Hinterland Great Walk. Hi, I'm Jenny and I'm dedicated to adventure. So here we are, first little intersection, just left Flaxton Walkers Camp and going to Baxter Creek Falls first. Cool. A little bit grey, overcast, but I can see that there's going to be blue skies soon. Hey, good morning from the Sunshine Coast Hinterland Great Walk Trail. We left, so it's day 3 today. We had a much better sleep last night, thank goodness. Sorted our sleep systems out a little bit better. I ended up putting my pillow locked in together with the Cedar Summit mattress using my green jersey again, and then behind that or underneath all of that I put my empty backpack which rose the pillow up, and that helped me sleep much better. It's a pretty section. So yeah, day 3 we're on our way to Baxter Creek Falls first. I remember this from last time I did this track in 2020. It's absolutely spectacular. So I can't wait for my mountain man to see that. And we'll have a break there, so we'll catch up with you then. So, nice easy trail this morning. Great way to start the day. So, talk to you later. Bye. There's a nice full-headed one. A bit of a dewdrop hanging off it. Really lovely. Beautiful walking conditions. All the vegetation's very wet, of course, but I really like that personally. So much about hiking is what you find appealing. To me, little spots like this where you can see the water droplets are just divine. How pretty is that, hey? Okay. So the first part of the trail after you leave Flaxton Walkers Camp follows a little fire maintenance trail before turning on to one single lane track, and it zigzags right down this hillside. So we came from up the top and we've zigzagged down, and following this we will end up at Baxter Creek Falls probably in about another 2 k's, I'd say. And I'm very excited to show you that because it is stunning. But for now, how beautiful are the ferns and the gum trees. Good morning, kookaburras. Just coming down to quite a pretty section here, almost at Baxter Creek Falls. I don't know whether you'll be able to hear the water running. Very grateful for all these man-made steps, by the way. Super helpful. Oh, have a look at this. Nice little tree fern there. And then some lovely granite boulders. That would be about the size of two Land Cruisers stacked one on top of each other would be my reference of scale. It's very pretty. Now my mountain man is ahead of me, so hopefully he's gone to the actual falls. There's a suspension bridge down in here too. Yes, he must have gone to the falls. Good on him. Woohoo. So let's go down to the falls. These rocks are intensely slippery, so you have to be very, very, very careful not to slip and fall with what is now a 9.5 kilo pack on my back. There's the bridge peeping through there, and the creek. A little bit here. Very pretty little creek, Baxter Creek, which of course is what the falls were named after. So let's go up and see the waterfalls themselves. We are at Baxter Creek Falls. Here's the creek. And here's my mountain man. And as for the falls themselves, they're quite pretty. So we have now arrived down at Baxter Creek Falls. And I'm having my morning snack, which has 15 chocolate-coated coffee beans, 15 almonds, a heap of pistachios and some dried cranberries. But just check out where we are. This is absolutely magnificent. It's one of my favourite stops on the entire Sunshine Coast Hinterland Great Walk, Baxter Creek Falls. Very, very pretty. So if you're doing this the traditional way, this walk, it's a 4-day walk, so this is on your day 2. For us, we split day 1 up And so this is our day 3. But how gorgeous is this? Absolutely stunning. I'm perched on a rock, just overlooking the water. And it's beautiful, isn't it? Wow. I was just saying to my mountain there that I think this is one of the absolute high points of the Sunshine Coast Hinterland Great Walk, Baxter Falls. It's just amazingly beautiful. It really is, and this whole creeky area is just beautiful. It's only taken us, I guess, about an hour and a half to get down here, but the view in particular of down there is just stunning, isn't it? So we've had a little break now and we're going to head up the hill over the other side of the bridge here, and then we get to walk through the suburbs for a little bit, unfortunately, but before we dive back into the rainforest. But anyway, have a great day. I'll catch you later. Just finished the big walk up from Baxter Creek Falls, and it is a sharp ascent, lots of zigzagging going up the trail, and so just take a bit of the steam out of you, which is why we had a snack break with some decent snacks before we went up there. And I think we're going to have a little bit of a banana before we start this next road walking section. Here we are at Mapleton Falls on our day 3, which is day 2 for everyone else. And we're just at the lookout. How cool is this?
How many phones are going down in there?
Mapleton Falls. There's the floor of the rainforest down there. And then this is our view. We're about to head back into the rainforest now after a section of road walking. And down we go into the Piccabeen Pine Forest. How pretty is this? pretty. More stairs. Leaving Mapleton Forest day use area, you first go through the palm forest, but then you enter more open forest with lovely older tall trees. It's absolutely beautiful. Just gorgeous. Oh, trip. Still have the wild ginger, lovely white gum there. How gorgeous is that? Yeah, and so it's nice to see the different colours in all of the tree trunks. There was one fallen on the trail before that was taller than me. And check out this one. Oh, someone's done the wrong thing there. That's disappointing to see. And then of course there's tree ferns up the top too, staghorns and the like. So, nice walk. Woohoo! Okay, we are now, it's 11:48 a.m. and we are now crossing Delisha Road and heading back into the forest. Here we are at our next entry point, so we're camping at Ubajee Walkers Camp tonight. So not far to go now, walking into rainforest again. The bird song has just been phenomenal through the last section. So it's lovely. Lots of moss covered trees. There are other options to do. Last time I added on a few of these. It was really lovely. What a great walk song. How cool. We're down a really pretty little gully at the moment, so we have lots of substantial sized timbers and lots of lovely staghorns and tree ferns and epiphytes. Loads of beautiful trees and the palm trees. Coming up to another sign here. The signage on the Sunshine Coast Hinterland Great Walk is excellent, I have to say. I think the kilometre amounts are off a bit, but everyone says that. Here we go, 4.5 to go. Cool bananas. Woohoo. Oh, isn't this a pretty section? If I remember correctly from last time I walked this, back in 2020, we have a bit of a hill ascent now. So my mountain man is positively going to hate that, which is unfortunate. But we're making really good time. You know, it says that this section would be a 7-hour section, and it looks like we're going to do it in 6. So I'm really thrilled with my training and generally how I'm going. And my map man's having a bit of a tough day today, which is a shame, but you know, that's always going to happen. The terrain has been pretty, you know, that big ascent after Baxter Creek annoyed him. But look at the surroundings, aren't they incredible? All the beautiful tree ferns. Oh, sloshy mud, that's sloshy there. How beautiful. Talk soon. Yippee! Ubajee Walkers Camp! Yay! Come on with me. Come on in. Let's see the yay, yay. Water tank. Lots of toilet paper. Hand sanitizer. Happy girl. Now, how about you think we go and find a campsite? What do you reckon? Catch you soon. Hi everyone, we've just arrived at Ubajee Walkers Camp and I wanted to show you what we do for a bath each day. Shout out to a great friend Julia Patton who came up with this idea. So it's a bath in a bag essentially, and what you do is you put a few drops of tea tree oil in. 1, 2, 3, like that. And then over here I have a pouch of tiny little chuckses that have rose, lavender and geranium oil in. So you put that in that. And then I've warmed up some water. And I just pour this in here. Like that. And because we have plenty of water here, I've used a whole 1 litre container, so it's a bit of a luxury, but that's going to be fun. And then this is my one to clean myself with. Just seal up the bag for a moment. And then I have a dry towel as well. So I'm going to run away now and go and have my bath. Okay, let's go into the tent and have a look at our bed set up. So, underneath the mattress here, that grey mat, that one there, that's the spine board from out of my backpack. And then we have the 3mm orange brown mat. And then as you can see here, I've folded my backpack up. I've made sure the clips are well out of the way. So that's the first part I've done to elevate the pillow. And then up here, the pillow's under there. There it is, living its best life. The Eros pillow. And I've used my jersey there to lock it in, and that helps lift my pillow up. So, happy days. Mountain Man's over there. And that's the view out there. Cool bananas. Here's our little camp at Ubajee Walkers Camp. And I've had a bit of a day today for as far as first aid stuff's concerned. To show you what I have here. It's going to be a bit of a repair. Another tip that I picked up from those American guys, Jupiter Hikes, and also Darwin on the Trail. And it's to do with blister care. Once unfortunately the skin's broken through. So if you're a bit squeamish, look away. But this is what happened today. So that's what I have going on my heel. And that's the problem with the spinal based disability and not having any sensation in my feet. I don't feel the blisters at all until they break through. So the American guys who do the long distance hikes like the Pacific Crest Trail and all of those other trails, they use a method where you have a little bit of foam, and when the skin's broken through on your blister, you place that over the blister, and then you use plenty of Luca tape, which I've attached just to some greaseproof paper to attach it to your heel. And the reason why I like that method is I find that it everything stays in place a lot longer than when I use the gel patches. The gel patches, I guess because of the sweat, come off really quickly and really easily. But anyway, we're about to go down for happy hour at the lookout for sunset, so I'll take you along with me there. Catch you later. Approaching sunset, so time to pour a cheeky little Cointreau. Yum yum. We also have some cheese and biscuits. But check out the view. How pretty is that? So this is a view from Ubajee Walkers Camp, looking down the valley towards Kenilworth. Not bad, hey? Anywhere that Cointreau is waiting. Cheers. Cheers, cheers. Yum. So tell me, what's the change in the weather tomorrow? It was going to be, I think it had a 10% chance of less than a mil. What's it changed to?
It's changed back to just a little bit. I don't think they really know.
Oh, okay. I thought you said we're going to get a heap of rain.
Yeah, no, it's changed now to that's on the Monday.
Oh, excellent. And on Monday, what are we going to get?
80% chance of 10 mil or something.
Yeah, that's not going to be very pleasant. Bit like Thursday. Thursday sucked with all the rain. But anyway, we're having happy hour, drinking Cointreau, cheese and bickies. Golden hour doesn't get much better. Okay, this is what we have for dinner tonight. Woohoo! Let's have a little looky in the bag. Yummo. That and a glass of hydrolyte, that'll do me. Catch you later.
For his sympathetic
Here we
stance
are,
toward Aboriginal people.
snuggled up in the tent in bed.
To be savage himself due to his
We're
Aboriginal experience.
listening to Outback Mike's new book, The Modern Day Castaway. Very nice way to go to sleep after the end of a big day. We've just finished day 3 on the Sunshine Coast Hinterland Great Walk. Looking forward to tomorrow. We're in Ubajee Walkers Camp. So, good night from our lovely little tent. We'll see you tomorrow.
And bad news to Aboriginal people.